Cool.
Welcome back, guys, to the Summit 8. This is the NA Goon Couch. Just want to, now that we're here, we're sitting down. This is nice. I like the sweater, too.
Dude, it's so comfy, too.
Is it? It's kind of hot, though. It's California, man.
Dude, it's cold here.
It's cold to the
I live in
house.
Florida,
It's
dude.
cold
it's
in
cold.
the house? Oh,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
This is perfect, though. I kind of like sweater weather.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, I've always been one of those people. I'd rather have a cold house and be under the covers, or in footy pajamas, which I also plan on stealing.
I
from
don't like the
summer
heat,
house.
but I don't know why I wore jeans. Like, why are we all wearing? This is like the jeans couch. That's the
Shorts couch.
Yeah.
yeah. By default, by being on a couch with Bulba, you're on the shorts couch.
Yeah.
Like, that wasn't gonna change.
Hey, blitz, bullying.
Oh,
It's
my
not
bad.
okay.
My bad. All right. So, just gonna give a quick shout out, by the way, to our sponsors, and thanks to AOC and Sennheiser. We are having a Dota 2 Summit 8 giveaway. Up for grabs is an AOC 24-inch G-Sync tournament monitor and 2 Sennheiser GSP 350 headsets. The giveaway ends on Monday. It's pretty soon. So click the giveaway banner below. Believe you can click that below. Or go to kappa.ly/DS8 giveaway to enter today and maybe be one of 3 lucky winners.
I'm sure Parker came up with that link.
Did he?
Kappa.ly.
I'm sure it was Parker.
That's a good one. And I like Sennheisers. They're nice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's a spot I can plug that.
Okay.
I had a pair.
Okay.
They're good
I
ones.
think we're conflicting with that one, so we're not,
Yeah,
I'll
We'll
plead the
we'll
fifth.
skate through. But how are you guys doing? Good games?
pretty good. I just want to say I felt really bad. Me and BSJ had a conversation, off camera, right after the game, and we had a heart to heart, and I don't realize sometimes like how much I hurt people's feelings.
Yeah.
Ah, true,
And
true.
and
I
you
held
know,
it
there was
together on camera, but
Yeah, there were some hugs, there were some tears, but I'd like to think we worked through it.
we
And
made
I
it
just
all
want
up.
to say, if you're out there,
Yeah.
whether you're a bully or you're getting bullied, it's not okay.
Yeah.
And
This is good,
Mhm.
the
Three-
first step is
Get out as
acknowledgement, acknowledging
Mhm.
it.
the first step, admitting you have
Yeah.
a problem.
Exactly.
What was the Steam name again?
The Steam name that you unfriended me with?
Yeah.
Oh, that was it was Oh.
My mic? Is it working now?
Mhm.
Okay, sorry.
it was telling me to use my mouth on a male. And then told me I was less than tomato.
Wow, that was
Yeah.
really hurtful.
Is that really an insult though? I feel like
Tomato's a good player.
Tomato is a good player.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a good player.
But I mean, it doesn't.
Jason's
It
a
didn't
good
directly
player.
say how much less though.
That's true.
So
A first pick this game.
You guys are good at this. We're rolling through these.
yeah, man.
Keeping
Oh,
it
this
together.
is Matthew's best hero, clock. So they busted this one out for him.
Really strong against AA as well, but I love the Tusk pick.
So what's the idea with Tusk with AA? Like, I know, like, I just think, like, Sand and Nick seem more ideal in terms of, like, stunner 4 positions. But you guys did the same thing, right?
It's because Tusk has like 3 methods of keeping someone in place.
Oh,
and
okay.
it is just guaranteed often that you'll get. It's really just the strongest lane because the shard. If you're level 2 on Tusk and you're level 2 on AA, you are the strongest support combo in the game. You
I can
will
see
get
that,
every
yeah.
attack off with the AAE, and you obviously will trap someone in and kill
And
them.
then they get stunned by the AA.
You also
too,
have
so-
the option of sharding the off lane for your off laner too.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
you kind of can win to help
Exactly.
your off laner and win
Yep.
your safe lane.
I just never thought of Tusk AA as, like, a traditional combo, but
That's fine. There's a lot of things you probably haven't thought of, but that's
Yeah.
why you learn,
Hey,
you
you know,
watch games, and you
one
get
step
better.
at a time, man.
Mhm.
That's all you can do is just
Yeah,
judge
man,
yourself
Kyle-
every day.
Kyle's
Foot
here,
in
and
front
he's
of
playing.
the other.
And I feel like he's being a little bit on his high horse because you guys are just here as casters.
Well, to be fair, I did lose the last 7 summits. Like, I didn't even get to come here. I wasn't invited to the couch. Shouts out to BTS. Appreciate the love.
I wouldn't invite you either.
Some subtle shade.
Subtle shade.
Some
I'm not
real
gonna lie though, Kyle. You have a good trait.
What is that, Bulba?
Just
You-
one?
You can talk for hours on end, and you're quite enjoyable to listen to.
I
Yeah.
appreciate
Why?
that, Bulba.
You're the
Not many-
same, Sam.
Am I?
You both are. I like.
But
listening-
I don't know. Mine has to come like mine's like sometimes I'm not like that. Sometimes I am.
So when are we going to talk about Bulba's idea for the picture?
Oh, I don't think anybody should ever hear that.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Ever.
It was a great idea.
No. All right. So cutting away quickly.
Please.
Moving on. Oh, I like how subtle, segue their presence when they get picked.
Yes.
That's cool. I like that.
Oh, I didn't notice.
Sam, I'm trying to save your career. Whatever's left of it out here.
Whatever's left.
That was a great idea. Pop it.
Okay. Again, continuing on with it. We pick up a 3rd pick, Tiny.
Just
'Kay.
go back to the broken chorus.
So what is what's left here?
VP is going to play Viper. It's going to be fourth
Omni.
pick.
Oh my God, there's a third pick Omni.
Yeah, third pick Omni, fourth pick
Was
Viper.
Omni banned in your series? I forgot.
I think we banned it in like 2 games, but both
Okay.
teams were very aware that Omni Knight could be a factor, and I think we were drafting around it.
Do you think Sacred's gonna pick Razor here? It's good.
Can't they take like Brew?
I think you want to take the Razor here, right?
I think you want to save that core. If they pick
So-
Razor,
Okay.
Puck's okay. I would have preferred Brew for sure, but if you take Razor, you kind of lock in your 1 and 2, and if I'm VP, I don't see how you lose a draft when you see that you're playing against Tiny Razor.
That's like a really strong 1 and 2 though, because they can interchange.
Isn't it like a 6
The problem is you can't. I really don't like Razor against Tusk AA. I think you can't zone the offlaner like you usually would because he's going to have that shard block, and AA just kills you the entire game. And then obviously they'll have good core matchups as well.
Sacred keep picking this puck, so
That's a good hero.
this time it can. Yeah.
It's definitely overvalued by the NASA scenes, but we also like can't beat it. So I don't know.
It's not as good as it used to be though.
I mean, he was really strong in that mid lane because like the extra creep was there, and he would just
Mhm.
snowball.
And that 50 damage talent.
Yeah, the 50 damage was huge.
See what VP fourth pick here.
I said CK. That was my call.
There's a Dragon Knight still in the pool.
Oh yeah, Dragonite would be good too.
I think it's Viper, guys.
Viper.
Viper.
What are your thoughts on the Viper hero? Because his laning did get a bit worse because of the no nether toxin.
It's hard to say. I don't really. The hero is like just very different now. I think it's still solid, but the Q, like not having nether toxin, is really strange to me. Like the hero plays differently. I don't feel like you can dominate your lane as hard.
Dude, for half a second, I saw like a purplish thing appear.
Hmm.
I was about to say like, Kyle's a genius.
Oh.
But you were completely wrong. That
I
was,
was.
Faceless Void.
Well,
I was closer. I was thinking like a stunning carry. That's
Okay,
what,
but
that
the
was
cool,
what CK
the
was
cool
thinking.
thing though about
You know.
Void is like
I got to give myself something.
the status resistance does nothing against Chrono.
That is true. Yes.
Yep. I think that there's like 2 or 3 ways to play against Tiny. You need to play without like stuns. You know, heroes like Tusk as an example. I really
Yeah.
like against Tiny because shards have no stat. Like you can't play around shards. He's blocked off, right? I think heroes like Enigma and Void are very strong. And another thing that a lot of people don't realize and how status resist works is specific dots. I'll use Witch Doctor's Maledict as an example and Doom, right? The spell will tick off faster, like it'll affect him for less time,
Yeah.
but it still does every tick of damage. So if you Doom, if let's say you have Ag's Doom, right? It's actually going to tick every like 0.3, 0.4 seconds instead of every second on the Tiny.
Yeah,
so
it's a ton
it
of
just
damage.
kills him very quickly because the debuff is going to
see.
last less time.
Yeah, that was when they changed the
Yeah.
status resistance.
Mm-hmm.
Some sub patch.
Yeah. So like Witch Doctor with like the Maledict talent as an example, it's going to hit him 4 times in like 6 seconds.
You know what
And-
does suck though against him?
Hmm.
Legion. You duel him
Yes.
for like half a second.
Wait, that actually reduces duel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that would make sense.
So VP last pick. Probably pick no one.
Sure, they're gonna have some follow up to Chrono other than AA, from the mid lane, something like a Potom or something. Quap, all of which are kind of bad versus Puck though.
Yep, I think it's Death Prophet or Viper.
Yeah, Death Prophet actually looks good.
Storm's okay, but I think it's just too weak. There's no reason not. Like I feel like if they just pick Viper, they have
I
3
don't like
cores.
Storm because it's a bit too slow. I feel.
Mhm. And he dies too. You really just want something that's tanky. Your AA Tusk provide like all the roaming potential you
I
need.
like
and you
Death
can just
Prophet.
walk down lanes. No one dies.
DP's quite good versus Tiny too.
It's the same concept where the drain will fade off faster from Tiny, but it'll drain
Yeah.
his health.
Does it?
every
Oh,
time.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't think about
So you
that.
actually heal faster because of it.
Yeah, that's actually kind of makes it a better
Damn,
spell.
I'm learning way too much from you right now.
I know it's crazy.
Yeah, I was thinking when they changed the status resist that like certain spells are actually like upgraded against Tiny, which makes him situationally worse.
I mean, there should be a trade-off.
Gyro.
Looks like a Void.
Is that a Void mid?
It could be.
Because
They can
Gyro
change.
against Puck, like you don't. That's a hero you don't want to lane against Puck, right? In the mid lane.
I think they want the Void versus the Puck. So if the Void goes like, if the Puck goes off lane, maybe the Void.
So they'll put
say
it whatever
carry.
lane the Puck
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah.
I like it because unlike Viper DP, it gives you the ability to take ancient stacks, and it's also there's a lot more team fight involved, and it's not as cooldown dependent.
And you're not on timer as well.
Yeah,
so
I'm not a fan of like DP Void Omni because now every one of your cores has this huge ultimate they're trying to use, and if you can bait out 1 or 2, all of a sudden they're much weaker for a large portion of time. Whereas now they have this ability to just sort of Gyro's gonna run in, they threaten the Chrono, Tusk goes in, there's a repel, and the repelled Void's gonna
They don't have the
wreak
ultimate to
havoc.
commit to fights on like a long cooldown ultimate. Yeah.
If I'm Sacred here, I actually don't know what I would pick. This is kind of the concern when you pick the puck. I believe it'll be off lane in this game because whatever it is, they want it against the gyrocopter. But I don't know what hero they pick here that like wins them the game. I think Brewmaster actually isn't bad, but he has a really tough time like surviving, and it's the same issue they had last game where
They
I just
don't have
know
damage.
Damage, yeah, exactly. If they don't have damage, and it doesn't feel like they have team fight, and it doesn't feel like they can clear waves or outrice the enemies either. So I'm not really sure like what you do with your draft. Maybe a hero like TA. They need something. They need a lot, and
I think they need a really fast-paced hero.
What about like Quap?
you just feed.
You think you just die here?
It's more. It's the same as like the game previously, where it was like the jug. You know, if you die 2 or 3 times, like you just lose the game.
Yep, there's the brew.
But you guys said that Brew, you lack damage.
Yep. It's a good pick. Like I like the concept. It's one of the few things left because Diffusal no longer functions as a purge.
Yeah.
That will actually dispel like the Omni Knight's GA.
And an AoE too.
All right. So, independent of who you think will win the game, who do you think had the better draft?
VP.
Yeah, I think VP's draft is very well rounded. I also feel like it's the same thing as the first 2 games. Like their lineup is much easier to play.
Yep.
Like they can. The way I look at every lineup, like how many team fights they need to win the game. And
Yep.
you like, I look at VP, they need to win like 1 team fight, and they'll kind of snowball. But like I feel Sacred, they need to win like 3 or 4 team fights. It's like something like in this TI, like Liquid, they kind of kept having. Like they just needed to win 1 team fight, and they'd win the game. And I feel like a lot of problem with Sacred's draft, it's like the first 2 games as well. Like they lose 1 team fight, they're just gonna lose.
It's like the concept of putting somebody on a timer, right? You just feel like you have to continuously make the right play.
Yeah, it's the same thing kind of DC abused the TI6, the second place DC. They had picked fair, like they had to just win 1 team fight, and their SD Luna would just win. Stuff
I think
like that.
you go through like 3 questions. It's can you fight them? Can you control the map? And can you kill them? And if you can't do any of those things, it's very hard to win. And in this game, I think the win condition for Sacred is that they should be able to win most team fights in the mid game, and they need to ensure they force them. I wish this Clock or Rubik was like a bounty hunter, just so that they could turn those fights into larger advantages. But
I feel this game comes down to the support, the Ruby Clock. They need to make this early game, like, they have to win the lanes. Because also Clock is a 4, like, this hero falls off, like, quite fast. Like, your damage is really bad later on in team fights. So you need to, like, have high impact in the early game.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of hard, though, when you play Clock as a 4, and you see heroes like Void or Quap, you immediately feel as though your impact is just kind of gone. Because you don't have kill potential on these heroes laning phase-wise. It's really difficult.
He needs to pressure this gyro. Like that's like his key hero. Like,
Clock wants to play heroes that battery completely shuts down.
Yes.
That's why I love Tusk against it, because it's an instant cast snowball, and you're not only saving yourself, but you can like snowball through clogs and pick someone up on the way, do a little drive-by, and you are never threatened. So
So VP makes the aggressive move because they want to see the lanes as soon as possible. And you check items so that you know that you're getting the most favorable like matchups.
it's really smart. They want to be in a try versus try situation, I think, if the Sacred goes aggressive.
Yeah.
And they also want to make sure that this Void is against Puck, I believe. That is what the matchup they want.
I mean,
They
in
swapped
a game,
twice, by the way. No one's back on Void.
yeah. In a game like this, by the way, BSJ, like, which carry would you prefer to play?
Between the brew and between the tiny and the void.
Yeah.
Like I agree with everything Bulba said about the game just being easier. Like I feel like if Void has one job this game, and like he kind of has like a frontliner form, and I think like fights are just going to be easily set up for him by his teammates. So Chronos will be easier to land, and like with the tiny, I mean I wanted to say this, but King Tekka's on tiny, and then Benjaz is on brew. So I don't know if that's like something normal, but they're like in the opposite lanes and opposite roles. So I don't know exactly what they're doing there, but.
King Tekka is the captain, so maybe he says, "You're
he
shit.
said-
I
he-
want to carry."
He said last night he wants to be carry Tekka. That's what
Really?
he said. Yeah.
Tekka.
Yeah. No joke.
So yeah, for me, the tiny just feels so. It feels like it's impossible to maneuver in fights. Even like the sigil owns him in fights.
I see. I think that probably like the Void has the easier job by far. Because you just need to land 1 or 2 Chronos.
Yeah, I think he just gets like a Shadow Blade, and
So
he's never gonna get caught. And then
Ooh, a Shadow Blade.
yeah,
What would your item
A
progression
Shadow
be?
Blade.
Yeah, I mean-
Against Puck Tiny.
yeah.
Okay.
Where would you go?
I'd probably just make sure I had enough health to like survive.
I mean, I'd probably go
3
like the
seconds
Treads,
of the
Wand Tequila type thing, and then into the Shadow Blade.
Into Shadow Blade, okay.
I mean, I don't know what I don't think there's really an item on Void that like gives you health early.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't. I think
That was a lot of
it's fine.
skepticism.
a lot of sketchy. I just think you probably want something first. That's all. Shadow Blade's okay, but I think he wants to just make sure you can like.
Usually you go like Mask of Madness or something like that, like a smaller item. But that's always the question I've had on Void. I feel like on this patch the build is like Battle Fury or Mask of Madness Shadow Blade, but.
I think Shadow Blade. You just want to like. It's not. It's not a first item. I don't think.
Yeah,
actually, even mine
usually go something small. That's why I said maybe the Aquila from the mid lane. It is different from the mid lane for sure.
Those were some shards.
Yeah, that was sick.
Tusk.
And he's fine. The Brewmaster mischance.
Yep.
Those were some shards.
Well played
though.
by Ben.
It's fine. He got a nice wave.
It's the dream right there.
Yeah, so
Puck's doing very well against this
I
Void.
mean, what needs to happen in this game is like Sacred, the Rubik needs to keep doing what he's doing, and then he needs to move top like as soon as he can. And the Tiny's gonna like, he's gonna have a good lane at the start, but at some point you kind of need to leave him alone. And they need to feed off this gyro. Like the way I see this, VP's win condition is a gyro, and if he does get shut down and they have a fast snowball, like they can win this game. If Tiny gets fat, like he survives the burst, like he can win this game.
I forgot, they also VP has the Omni Knight too, so Shadow, they really just do want like some sort of initiation item on Void. I just want him to get something that accelerates, because right now VP just has to survive the mid game. Eventually their Gyro Void are going to be so strong, like they will never lose a team fight after 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's their timing.
Omni Knight makes it so hard to fight into.
Yep.
What do you guys think? Which carry do you think has to make the first rotation to the enemy safe lane? Do you feel like the gyro has to play aggressively here, or does it have to be the Tiny?
I think VP's in a position where the Sacred will feel pressured to make the move, and they just rotate out, and they don't care.
Okay.
I think he's good by Jimmy. This is the move that I.
In a game like this, I don't particularly love being in lane as Tiny against the Omni. So if I see an opportunity to rotate with the Brewmaster 6 especially, it's kind of weird because you're like basing it not on your own timing, but the lane you're rotating to. So I'd rather be the Tiny rotating, but because it's kind of hard to gank for an Omni.
Oh, that was nice shard.
These shards are like so sick.
He even holds the snowball to try to give Ramses the last hit.
I wish I had supports like that.
I wish I
Shout
had
out
a
to my
carry
boy
like that.
Whitebeard.
Or sorry, I wish you had a carry like that. I mean,
Yeah. Oh. It never ends, the bully.
Man, it's like hard to take this like bully seriously, because all of us kind of had like failed careers, so it just kind of lands flat. It's like we're flaming ourselves. There's some real deep stuff going on.
I mean,
Yeah, there's some.
Unless you
next
win
level
this
shit.
event, Kyle, then you can honestly,
True.
if you win this event, me and BSJ, we're changing our stream titles to Swindle's the God.
Yeah, never forget the Yule sucker.
Okay.
Yeah, the Kyle. The Kyle.
Can I hold you to that? I
You
want. If you win this event, I want that.
If
to be
you
your
win
Steam
this
name.
event for the next year, I will do Kyle the God.
All
On
right.
Steam, stream, whatever you want.
You guys heard it here first, okay?
Alright.
Twitter handle.
All right.
Boba will do it too.
What do what? To change his name?
Yeah, yeah.
Sure.
Boba will change his name to Kyle the God. We both will for an entire year. That's motivation.
Okay.
Is it an entire year or until the next summit?
I mean,
I feel like that would be more.
with your guys' track record of getting to summits, I feel like
Yeah,
that could be.
I think a year is probably a
Yeah,
short
the
time.
year's
Come on, man.
we're shooting for the year here.
I made like every summit.
You
Except
did?
3 or 4, I think.
You technically made this one too, so keep it going.
Thank you. Jesus, how bad am I that Ball was moving to more summits than I had? Oh, sorry.
I think about that every day.
Yeah.
This is my first one, guys. I'm just trying to do a good job so I can get to the next one. All right, so I'm gonna kill the Clockwork. I mean, he's trying to play that. He's trying to play that safe lane, but
They're like trying to pressure this gyro, but the
But they-
gyro's level 5 and Brew's level 3.
The problem is they have no other real move, right?
yeah, they don't. They can't kill the other 2 lanes. So
Well,
Pressure mark.
a little mistake.
Oh, the Tiny is farming well though.
Yep.
He
I
has
like
last
the
hits.
Gyro went max Q, by the way, which I'm definitely a fan of in this game. It's the
Yeah.
reason they're able to chase down kills so well, and it's super good synergy with Tusk, because you
Yeah.
already have plenty of lockdown. You really just want the damage.
Oh, I meant to ask you about that, BSJ. Like so Arteezy especially decides to go for, he does the max rocket.
Yeah, most people do the max rocket, and I'll be honest, like, I don't know if it's just my limited, knowledge or understanding of Dota 2, based
Yeah.
on what
That
Kyle's
doesn't
been
help.
talking to me about, but I understand the games that it's good, but there's games like this that I see other players not go from XQ that I would personally like really like it, and my team won't pick me gyro now.
Yeah, it's because you go Aghanim
I want to go
first.
max Q.
That's why.
I do not build Ags first.
You did for like 2 months, and
hey,
I dodged you every game.
Other
I
players were
remember.
doing that. I had like an 80% win rate on gyro that
I
patch.
remember trying to talk to him about why you shouldn't buy Sanjin Yasha on gyro every game first item, and it was just
There's some real
it was rough.
good therapy being laid out on this couch right now.
Yeah.
The Chinese really like that though. The
SNY?
Max Rocket Barrage.
Oh, the max rocket barrage.
Not
Yeah,
the
yeah.
SNY, dude. No one's doing the SNY.
Dude, people go SNY.
This is the key. This is what I was trying to explain to BSJ. I've been
Yeah.
trying to do this for like the last 3 years.
Alright, let's
It
set
never
up.
worked.
Every game is different.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Every game has different variables. And it's part of the reason so many people are playing Dota for so damn long. It's
Mhm.
part of why I love the game and why I switched to it after quitting a game very
Mhm.
similar in Han. Every game is different. Every single game you can do things that are optimal
Mhm.
versus suboptimal, and it's changing every game based on the heroes they have, the heroes you have, the items they're buying, how well is your lane doing, have they made mistakes, rotations, etc., etc. Like sometimes you get a kill, you're out of mana and health, bounty rings are spawning, you buy a bottle, and you're staying in lane. Some games you want to go soul ring, which is like a minor thing, but you never want to pull a BSJ as an example. Many
Mm.
players do this, but BSJ
Sometimes you
is
do.
the one I'm
Sometimes
gonna
I
use
pull
here.
it off. You know.
He just buys the same items every game.
But
Every game. Every game, same items.
I don't know what you're talking about. One time I recognized the uniqueness in the game, and I built Ghost Scepter on Joe.
that's the
You
thing.
know, That was the play.
Yo, there's a lot of kills happening on that.
Yeah. This is the tiny rotation. Look at the BSJ knowledge being applied to.
So you're
Would you have
saying-
done this BSJ?
Yeah, I said I would rotate when.
So as you're saying, you kind of treat Dota
He's
like
bumping that promo code right now.
Yeah,
Toss
pump it up.
so you treat Dota like an SAT question you don't know.
Yes.
Where you were like, well, I might as well guess.
Yes.
Right? Nothing helps me against this Slark. Ghost Scepter.
Ghost Scepter, boom. Nothing else would work.
Okay.
It's like an educated best chance scenario, you know.
Well, at least you
Dude, he's not gonna die.
He's fine.
Very nice.
He has a shrine, I think.
This Tiny's hitting
Yeah,
really
he's gonna
hard.
come back with the shrine too.
Sacred's doing it right now. They're gonna kill Lil.
Yeah, this Tiny was listening to the cast. He said, "I heard BSJ needed me to rotate first."
What?
Void
Wait.
just solo killed the puck. I did not
He
think
got
that.
some bashes.
He got some bashes.
He used
for sure.
Chrono too, but he must have. gotten
Not
the-
many people know, but Bash actually does double damage in Chronosphere. So when you bash people,
like 6
it
patches
does a
ago,
lot
it did for
of
sure.
damage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
6 patches ago. Yeah.
Good job, BSJ. I was testing you. I knew
Ah,
that.
You're welcome.
Dude, that was okay. So I thought you were gonna drop like the status resistance knowledge bomb, but everyone should know that one.
Yeah, I know. I just honestly wasn't sure if.
Oh,
if
he
I
was testing my knowledge of a hero I'd play normally.
Oh my god, if BSJ
I'm catching on. I will be honest with you. My teammates say that if there's one thing I somehow do better is knowing all the random crap that goes on in Dota, like all those random patch changes.
There's because
Because they try to test me on that shit.
that's important.
Yeah.
That's how you get competitive edges.
You know, that's the sort of
I gotta have something
insight
going
and
for me.
knowledge you would expect from someone that actually attended a real college university.
Mm.
BSJ, of course, graduating with a double major, I believe, in both astrophysics and romantic literature.
Yes.
Is this true?
Yes, the romantic literature was a minor though. It was not a. It was
Okay.
you know. It wasn't. I didn't have time when I was pursuing my professional Dota 2 career.
Understandable.
Yeah.
What college did you go to, BSJ?
I went to Cal Poly. Same college as Kyle's owner or
Oh, really?
boss. Beef. Shout out to
Beef.
Beef.
I was about to
I
say
was about to
Nisha.
say, there's a lot of bosses.
Yeah.
I don't know where you're going with that.
Oh,
Oh, don't ever run out of coil. Oh, do run out of coil.
do run out of
Snowball.
coil.
Tusk also owns
This
puck.
is the play.
Gyro ult. Oh, God.
Oh, they're not gonna
Oh,
kill him
no.
either. Everyone's gonna die.
Rue's
Oh,
still level
no.
4.
Rue's still.
That's problematic.
I was about to say he's about to lay
Yeah,
down a
coming in with
split.
the ultimate.
I mean, the problem is that King Tekka
All in
his-
for this. All
kicked
in
his
for this.
carry.
Oh no.
Oh.
He kicked his carry out of his lane.
No, he all in for it. That was not the play. You don't.
Oh!
Yo, I'll play them. I'll play them.
No, he's dead
died.
already.
He got XP though. He
He's
got
dead
XP.
already.
It's fine.
Oh, you
it's
wanted
fine.
some Artur buyout into Orb?
I wanted some real cool stuff to happen. But what if he dodges the hit with phase on the way out, then he runs up?
Dude.
Is this a Trezequila wand of void? Is that what I'm saying?
Wow, called it.
I
Well,
hope
the next item will be the key.
It's Mask of Mana Shadow Blade is what I'm calling.
Okay, Mask of Mana Shadow Blade.
That's what I would go.
He kicked his carry out, Boba. Look at what happens.
You know, he did.
How long is the game? I have bad eyesight.
9:50.
And he's level 4?
Yeah.
He's sad.
I mean, this guy's a carry player playing an offlane hero. Can you expect, man?
That's
Yeah,
true.
Us carries, we don't ask for much. We just want to be put in safe lane with a good start. You know.
Dude, no one is bullying right now.
And also someone to stack ancients, and also
You know,
yeah,
Ike's Mike has
someone
some
to
comments
control
towards you. You know, Ike's Mike was our coach for a brief period. He had a lot to say about the BSJ.
Oh. Do we get to hear that now or later?
I can say it whenever you want.
Matthew, my man.
This is like the weirdest. All right, good fiend, guys.
Oh,
Yo, he's
Chrono,
dead.
the
He's
tower.
super dead.
Oh, the bat. Oh,
He got 2 bashes in a row. Oh.
He's a DD too. There's no way he was living there.
That's just rubbing it in.
He's got 4 levels of bash. At least one hit was gonna land.
He said, quote, BSJ wants a tri-lane every game and doesn't give back. Unquote.
Unquote.
Yeah, that's called unquote, yeah.
See, I feel like I have to flame you now to defend him. Like, there's like a circle. There's got to be like an even chain. So I just want to bring up, Sam, the Magnus game at the Kiev Major.
Oh, yeah, I carried that
ROTK
game.
is more versatile than Bulba.
That wasn't me, that was Bilbo.
That was Bilbo.
That was Bilbo.
Have you guys heard about this? Bulba says he's got 2 sides. He's got like the one side where he's like the
Oh,
TI4
Jimmy
clock.
said that. Jimmy said
Yeah.
that.
The TI4 clock, you know, that's Bulba. And then the Magnus at Kiev where we actually checked. You know, me and Moon Meander, we did that CSI
Yeah,
shit.
Moon Meander was busy checking that in the Sand King game the next day. Okay.
We were checking to see when Bulba did his first point of hero damage, and it was 9 minutes in. See, I got you guys' back. I'll keep the.
I
We'll
guess,
distribute this.
I
well.
thought you were talking about the game that we beat them with Magnus Joe.
Have you seen, have you seen the movie Split?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bilbo.
Bilbo?
I'm not Shyamalaning this.
Bilbo.
Yeah.
Ah, that was a great conversation.
That was. Shout out to Jimmy for that one.
Guys, so there's a game happening. Just to recount what we missed here. The Brew is still not level 6, I don't think.
Yeah, but this Tiny is actually.
Oh, he's
got
6. He's
level
7.
Yeah, he's not level
Never
6
mind.
anymore.
This
Sorry.
Tiny is going off though.
Yeah, he is.
This
He's the highest
Tiny.
net worth.
We said we needed a good.
He
start,
wanted
I
to
guess.
prove his like his
Oh,
carry player. Like I can play
goodness.
carry better than you. And
Yeah.
then you just
Isn't
switch.
that kind of like toxic though? That's some real.
It's King Tekka. Have you met this guy? You know this
Have
guy.
you played a pub with
You
this
know
guy?
what? You know what King Tekka did? So like we played a pub before TI7,
Okay.
like a week before, and I don't know what, but I said some like backhanded comment towards him, like nice job, because he fed like 4
Oh, I'm
times.
sure you
know?
weren't passive aggressive.
I was. And then he says, Boba, I'm gonna find you at TI and kill you. Okay. He literally said he's gonna murder me. He's gonna shank me. I don't know how he knew that
Exactly
word.
how he's going
Oh,
to do it.
got it.
too.
Oh, the shards, the GA.
This shard. Shard game on
Shank,
point.
Shank doesn't necessarily imply he's killing you.
Well,
It
he
has
said
other
that. I was
meanings.
surprised he knew that. Like
Like you could be
You're
shanked.
still alive though.
yeah, but I met him at TI, and you know, like
Well, how was
I
that
just waved to
reunion?
him, and he came over and gave me a hug, and then he's like, "Can we go get tacos later?" King Tekka, man, he's the man behind the.
Oof.
He's the man behind the keyboard.
Dota. I mean, Dota player. Oh, I mean, Dota players like they don't mean anything. We've all been there.
I
What?
definitely.
Everyone's a
I must say,
stupid
whenever I go to events, it's like really weird to see people
Oh,
that are semi-normal
nice
at events.
Everyone's normal.
Still
at this.
dead.
I'm saying that like it's weird to see them be normal because on Dota you know they're not.
No, there's some very few people that'll be the exact same way.
Yeah.
Like Kyle is actually one of those. Like he'll say the same shit he says in real life to
He
you as
does.
he will online. That's
does indeed.
Respectful.
Every
Peter's actually one of the other ones as well. That's maybe why you guys love each other.
oh mid.
There's one thing, lack of success that they don't have in common.
Good one.
Wow, we're actually taking turns.
That's
now
a
it's
good
Yeah,
one.
Shada.
I like this rotation.
Not
We're doing a
bad.
rotation. This is my job as host to like keep a balance in the universe.
Happy equilibrium.
Exactly. I see you guys getting up on BSJ. Then I gotta kind of maneuver the wheel.
That's true. Not everyone can be is successful enough to have their very own promo code.
Yes.
That's true.
Put that on your tombstone. Here lies Banana Slam Jamma.
The meme.
This tombstone was purchased with promo code BSJ.
Dude,
And my
that
family
must have
saved
made you at least like
20%.
$150 by now. Come on.
At least,
Share the
dude.
stats.
At
Be
least.
real. There's no NDA, I'm sure.
I don't know what I'm allowed to disclose about the promo code. I feel like there's got to be some sort of
Dude,
copyright
this
issues.
Tiny is
He's
Yeah.
going ham.
That's Shadowblade, man.
he is mad.
Yep.
He's
He's
saying,
mad at his carry player.
The issue is that the Gyrocopter is still ahead of him and went Mask of Madness. So he's just going to continue to accelerate and farm really fast. And
Oh,
it's, again, Tiny versus the world. The Chrono is going to kill Brewer Puck before they cast a spell every fight.
You guys notice, by the way, he went the Wraith band.
So I think he's going Hurricane Pike eventually.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really strong here. You always want to force against clock And I just love the Hurricane Pike build-up because that extra Wraith Band is so nice to have.
What's the idea about the force against clock?
You just force
For the
yourself on
simple
clocks.
viewers out there, yeah.
It's the same. It's really good against Brew here as well. Like, what? Oh, you make another joke? I
Dude,
missed it,
he's
sorry.
going the exact build that PSG. You doubted him.
I mean,
Mask of Madness Shadow
People have
Blade.
said that I'm basically no one. So. Oh, they didn't. I don't think they meant it in this context, though.
But no one? You're,
I got it.
Damn,
I
PSG's
like
on
that one.
fire.
PSG's on fire right now.
I've
Just
never
laying
seen
it
so
down.
many jokes.
I didn't know they learned about those at Cal Poly.
We did some engineering stuff on the side.
It's the solo chrono on the void.
Leo Cell's having a rough one.
Yeah,
Dude, Leo style is getting.
literally getting manhandled.
All right, Lil might have died a few times, but
Oh no.
he's out.
Oh, that instant jump,
Oh,
though.
Oh, he's
King
out.
Tekka though.
Tekka, Brew
by out, I
split.
mean he's
This is a
super
really
dead.
bad fight for VP. They need to get out of dodge quick.
They're
It's a
probably gonna
Midas
kill the
Omni, by
AA
the
at
way.
least. They need to kill the AA at least. No one's dying right now.
Not the hook.
They're going on
is
separate
dying.
targets.
no
Everyone
one's-
else is waiting for him to put Omni down, and he's going on A.
Oh, this is so bad. They needed to just kill AA.
No one's actually alive top lane.
He
nice
gave him
crit.
the slap.
Yeah, my concern for Sacred is that all the cores on VP are going very like strong accelerating items like Midas and Double Mask of Madness, whereas Tiny itemized for
Killing people.
catching with the Shadow Blade,
Yeah.
and the Brew and Blink. So they're kind of all in on their ability to fight now, and they're going to be significantly weaker than VP in about 10 to 15 minutes, and I think that's their timing.
It's the same problem as last game too. Like the Jug got really fat, but then it's just a one single core Jug, right? I feel that's a problem with Puck mid right now as well. Like he doesn't give you the damage he gave before. Because like last patch, like you put the Puck mid, he'd have the extra creep. He'd be level 13 when everyone else is level 10.
Yep.
He'd
And
have
the
a
50
veil and
damage
he'd have the
down, yeah.
damage taunt. And now it's like, what is Puck mid is just like the same level as everyone else in some ways.
Kind of like why Puck wasn't all that popular before last
Yeah.
patch. Same reason, and now people are kind of staying to this what they were doing during last patch, and it doesn't work.
I've also never seen a game where Puck won in a game where we played against Void mid. I've seen EG do it twice, and I believe it was either OG or Empire did it as well. And you just put this Void mid against Puck. The lane's kind of even, but eventually Void lands a Chrono, you're dead, and then the rest of the game is very hard for you.
And
It
then
was-
every chrono afterwards.
It's super rough. I think especially because of the start that Leo had. Once you get first blooded as a mid laner, I think that like it really tilts you mentally.
And the psychological effect's pretty grim too. Like you just feel bad.
Nobody's
You feel
open
bad.
AI. You don't just like tank a death and you're just like whatever.
Blitz. Great Storm Spirit mid player.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Didn't I beat you in an FPL game with it?
Did you?
Probably.
Yeah. I think you.
I never remember you playing the league.
I played like 40 games, dude. Had a higher win rate than you.
Oh, that's a good brag.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know if that's like what I would write on my
that's a
tombstone.
sick chrono. Oof.
Ow.
Wombo comboed.
Ow.
Everyone's dead.
So,
That was such a sick setup.
I mean, it's really nice when the enemy team just puts
3 heroes in a
4
small
heroes.
area.
heroes in,
Yeah.
in the same spot and just say, you didn't even have Shadow Blade. You literally
He actually just
stood
walked
on the
in.
high ground
Yeah.
and was like, oh, hey, what's up, guys? But it will say, like, it's well played by VP. Like, everyone casted their spells, and both Gyro ult and AA ult have, like, this wind-up time to actually,
Yeah.
like, land and connect. And obviously they were ready. It took, like, a second max. All the spells were cast, and all of a sudden, everyone on Sacred's dead. 3 cores from VP, all in the lead in net worth.
That felt really lazy too.
Yeah.
By Sacred, you just show.
Felt lazy from VP. Like, they're just like, well, I guess we'll just kill him here.
Yeah, there's just 3 guys in a small area.
So, I mean, Gyro's going literally the most efficient and.
Yeah, I heard SNY gyros like in every game type item.
The SNY gyro.
Yeah,
BSJ's on some kind of
I've,
new
look,
meta.
I've explained this shit to BSJ like 1,000 times. Sanj Nyash is fine when you're owning the game, okay? He
Yeah.
went all of this build up. You know, he went double Wraith, Aquila, fucking Mask of Madness, and now he's buying SNY because he's in #1 net worth.
Yeah, but
then
he
I have BSJ on my team, Blitz,
Okay,
and he's
fair.
6th in
But,
net worth.
but how am I
okay?
supposed to know what that feels like?
What do you
to
mean?
be owning
if you
the game
start
with
hitting
#1
the enemy
network?
carry and you have to run away because
Okay.
he's doing magical damage to you,
Wow.
you should invest in a BKB.
But I'm trying to practice for the
But do
day
you-
that
but
I
do you
am that
realize-
highest net worth.
Kyle, like the logic you have is like every character is gonna go for the more efficient, like farm faster route, and you have SNY and Jerry, you run around and you farm faster. Like,
I believe we were playing against a Puck and some other hero that was killing BSJ.
Yeah.
Might have been a Slark.
Yeah, something like
Then
that.
I had a Sanj and Yasha.
I considered Ghost
on
up for
my
that game
gyro.
too.
Did you flame him?
He's flaming hard.
Kyle, you're backtracking so fast right now.
The
Just
subtle- look.
BSJ has called every carry build. He predicted the movement on the map. Give
Yeah.
this man his
yes,
credit.
Yes, promo code.
He 100% called every situation on this map so far.
That's true. That's a good point.
Because when he's put in these positions, he will also perform like this.
I took the
for
SAT,
sure.
like, you know, best educated guess. Didn't know the answer, but there was only a couple options. So
What did you get on your SATs?
I was like the guy that got like 600 on reading, but got all the maths were 800.
Oh wow, someone's bragging.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I mean like I was like an average reading person, but the math parts were easy.
I got you.
That's
No time for books, you know. You just
Yeah, who needs-
slaying
yeah.
all day, every day.
What was your
Yes.
SAT scores, guys? Are we just comparing SAT scores here? I did this in. Yeah, I did this.
I know when I took it, it was out of 2,400.
Yeah, I got like 21.
Wow,
21.
Damn.
got a bunch of geniuses here.
Sam, lay it on these fools.
Well, I took the brown one.
The
I took the
ACT?
ACT.
What'd you get
Okay.
on the ACT?
I got a 34.
Out of
Brown
36?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Oh, you beat me.
You beat me too,
What'd you
actually.
get?
32?
Okay, I beat Blitz. We're good.
Oh.
I'm right in the middle of you two. 33.
Wow.
The ACT. Thank God for the ACT. Every Indian out there, thank God.
No comment.
I'm not
Okay,
gonna,
no
I'm
one
not gonna touch that
is-
one.
Okay, he's got Chrono.
He's
They're centering down though. They see him.
Oh, he's
They,
dead.
they might just kill him. He doesn't have Aegis. Where's the backup? He's super dead.
I wouldn't have done that.
That was crazy. Very well played.
Imagine-
They might even turn. This is a great fight.
Just imagine if that Void had a little more HP.
Yeah.
Would live there.
Dude, if they kill Omni here too, this was pretty
This
disastrous.
is actually huge.
But
They should chase for
I'm
this.
sorry.
Right? No.
This goes back to the point I made in the last game. Sacred's just look at where the wave is.
they don't get
just
anything out the
Yeah,
kills.
they literally get about 1,500 gold tops, and now they, well, yeah, there is 1,500 gold. They lose 400 on VP, but there's no objectives, there's no map control, and all of their spells are down. So
Yeah.
like maybe they can get this mid tier 1, but I don't think they can. Like they're just gonna sit here with Omni Gyro, and if they try and fight this, I believe they're going to die.
I think conceptually this combo is very good. Gyro Omni. You just allow this hero to flat cannon up front with repel. What are you supposed to do about that?
Yeah, there really isn't anything. Like when we were playing against Kingwin, like something we were talking about during the game was kiting the flak.
Yeah.
And if we saw him use flak on a ward, like taking the fight there, and that's what makes the Gyrocopter like so strong in this patch, is the 9 flak talent you pick up at level 15.
It's really hard for him to
Yeah.
waste it.
And it's a lot. You get a damage talent into flak, and it's just so much damage. It's very difficult to deal with. But if you can kite it or just avoid it, because there's obviously a limited AoE, the hero's not nearly as strong.
Yeah. So what's the gold lead right now?
I don't know. I need
6K.
glasses.
All right, so 6K. Sam, Sacred, what's your... If there is a way back, because it is looking a bit rough. Like you said, even though they won some fights early,
No, it's just they need like 3 more. They need like 2 more fun fights.
like stomps, they need to actually
Yeah,
stomp
they
the
need to
fight.
clear. But it's like, how do you actually take this fight? Like playing Clock versus Dire lineup now. Like he hooks in, he does nothing. They can't really kill any of these cores. They have no damage.
They like
all-
barely killed the Void.
All
full
the
to
Void
zero
has to
with
do is
5.
really chrono the Tiny if you can.
Yep.
And it's like it's just the win condition is way too easy on VP.
How do you deal with Repel Gyro just hitting your high ground right now? You got to force the fight, right?
You don't. You walk up there and you get hit by the flak
Yeah.
on the buildings and die.
The problem is there's an Aether Lens and a Force on Omni, so he's not threatened by Clock.
Yeah.
Tusk isn't threatened by Clock, and Void isn't either. And they're going to just support the Gyro. They want them to go for him. And I feel if it's a core Clock this game, maybe he'll have more impact, but he has no Blade Mail, and without a Blade Mail, he just can't play Dota.
He throws it out. Nice.
Yeah, you can blink out of that.
Yeah, if you're facing.
I wasn't sure if it was off cooldown or not.
Hooks in, but he just gets repelled. I mean, is this still a fight that Sacred want to take? It looks like
They
they
can't
committed
chase
a
high
little.
ground. Yeah, it's
Jimmy has chronos.
they have no real.
Oh,
catch
Jimmy's still
still,
chrono,
is the
nice.
problem.
Ready
yeah,
for some Jimmy
the-
plays?
Part of the reason Puck's so strong is that the phase shift will allow your blink to become activated, and you can blink out of it like before your frame registers that you are no longer in phase shift. Which, as long as you're faced in the direction you want to blink, you can always get it off in a situation like that.
That's nice.
That's nice.
I also believe that it is much easier to do if you bind something to quick cast. So I recommend you playing Puck. You should bind a quick cast hotkey for your blink, so that you can just spam it versus trying to like select it and
Yeah.
click.
I like
'Cause
the
it
smoke
has
though
to be frame perfect.
from Sacred. Their mid lane is shoved out. Their top lane is relatively shoved out.
They have the timing to take the fight.
Yeah, they know there's no chrono up. This is probably one of their better opportunities, and they're gonna find Lil. You probably want to pick up more than this though.
He's fine with that. It's a nice kill. It gets them a little bit of advantage, but there's no objective, and I still don't know if they're able to take a 5-on-5 fight. And if you look at Gyrocopter, he's just continuing to ramp very hard. Has the pike finished now. He's gonna be very happy. was a rocket on the brew.
They're trying to force pretty hard right now, and I think they have to, right? You
They,
can't just
they
get
want to
these
fight with
one-offs.
the chrono.
You have to try. It might not be like a high percentage play, but I
Yeah.
think it's the best they can get
Yeah.
right now.
They have to do it before chrono's up.
They're gonna back. This is the thing about Puck. Like you're at this point in the game, he's gonna go Yules again. I'm not a fan, but I just don't know how you have game impact. You don't do enough damage. The only way VP really lose a fight is if someone dies without casting spells.
Do you
and
think
they,
Bruce should
go
go
on
like
brew
Radiance or something? For
Um,
the damage problem? Like, I know he needs
yeah,
like a BKB,
I
but
agree. I think so. He has to do something that does something. Like I don't know
He
what.
blinked in, he's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna get chronoed right now. Jumped on a blast with the follow-up. Maybe he... Nope,
He's dead.
nothing.
And that's yeah. You just don't do enough. I'd even be fine with like a Vlad's or something, an AC, anything that provides damage, but all it guarantees is he's gonna get split
Oh,
off.
nice.
And
This would be a pretty nice pickup, but here comes the gyro and the punch. Rocket to follow. Jimmy with the counter chrono, but it's just...
Oh, the shards.
Okay.
Battle Arena.
Bible.
Bible. I'm not sure how helpful that chrono was, but
Jimmy just wants out, man. I don't blame him. This game's kind of grim.
Yeah.
I think that's actually probably the best play possible in that situation.
chrono your team and say,
He
let us
realized
out.
how they were
Get me
going to end
out.
this game.
Yeah.
That play.
He's like, my team might still fight on, but toss this one out.
I get paid the same no matter if we win this or not.
Oh my
I want
God.
out.
At least Sacred gave a better fight this game than
Yeah, they
last.
did.
Yeah.
It was a good game. I think they're just outclassed. Like their drafting concepts, I think, were behind in all three games. And
But it's-
VP's they're just faster and they're just better. It's that simple, really. They're not going to give the the problem with all these like tier 2, tier 3 teams, even my team to an extent, is that you give away advantage. And when you watch Liquid and Secret play, OG, like all these teams that have been consistently good for such a long time, is they're never going to give you anything for free. And that team fight at the tier 1 mid, where they just kind of walked in, chrono,
Yeah.
kill 4, all of a sudden the game goes from pretty even to you're now in a huge hole. And
And VP didn't do anything special for that.
yeah,
to
VP's
happen.
never going to give it to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you need to beat them, but now you're in a hole where you don't have this optimal play. You kind of have to get lucky now. And
So these like boneheaded moves that even you say like your team might make, these guys, they just don't make stuff like
yeah,
that.
just basically, it's like game 1 against Kingwin, right? We're pushing high ground. Like we probably can break base there. Or we can back off. We're in a very good position.
Yeah.
But we take a poor fight before our Vlads and Mech
You just
and
gave them a
Blink
fight.
get there. So we're like 7,000 gold behind, and we give them the one fight they can win. We
Yeah.
lose it, and now the game is our advantage disappears.
Nice Yules. Follow-up was there though. They might actually kill no one though. He's getting pretty low. He's silent. Nice coil. It's gonna
Ooh,
snap, and the
that's
follow-up too.
unfortunate.
They're gonna get the kill.
He actually broke it at the end of his leap.
I was going to
And
say,
the blink-
that's
yeah.
not supposed to work that way.
It's part of the reason both Void and Tusk are super good. Repel on Omni as well, where they can all break the coil
Yeah.
without taking damage.
This is pretty nice right now from Sacred. They pick up a few kills here. Maybe they can even threaten.
No, this is just VP going IDC mode.
Gyrocopter's here. A is gonna die.
Yeah, but they're losing a lot of heroes. They have not closed out this game yet.
you see that
It's
there's
really one-sided, but
It's just this needs to happen like 8 more times.
oh, so
Last time it was
1 from 2 to
6, now it's
Now
8.
it's 8. Yeah.
look how farming Ramses is, guys. They're in trouble.
Is it 20 talents soon?
He's got full butterfly.
Oh yeah, he's huge. I don't know how they kill him now. I actually think he might have wanted like MKB, or BKB, just so that Drunken Haze wouldn't affect him. But
Don't you just get repelled?
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That allows him to either repel the Void or repel into BKB after, so that there's no window where he'd be CC'able. So there's a lot of really loud people behind us.
It's crit.
Fuck
Yeah.
typical EG.
I think Gyro was just going for he realized that every game is different, so he saw that he has an Omni Knight on his team. So he elected to skip the BKB this game in favor of more damage to synergize with the repel.
Yeah.
You hear that, Kyle? BSJ's laying it on you.
Yeah, I'm learning.
Oh, I can't hear anything. I'm sorry.
Fair, fair, fair. I think though that that natural item progression now for these cores that can go the Mask of Madness and then
Yeah.
transition into Butterfly, it feels so good.
It's the same reason I like the Wraith Band, the
Yeah.
extra Wraith Band so much. Is like these items are so good and so cost effective, and you don't lose anything
'Cause they
until you need the
transition now.
slot, and then
Yeah.
you
Yeah, that
just-
Hurricane Pike change was a huge buff to Hurricane Pike. For
Yeah.
sure. Heroes that previously it was not even Gyro. You didn't want to build a Hurricane Pike unless you had to. And in this game, even though he like needed a Force Staff, it's like it's not a hindrance on him. It's like a luxury that he can buy another Wraith Band.
Clear the creep wave. They want to go high ground. VP feel like they have everything. No one's trying to set up right now.
Oh, sick force in. I think
Sick
that was
force.
AA. Yeah, it was.
Definitely was.
They forced the split.
Brewmaster split.
but
No one's
there's
just
a
hitting
big
it.
hit
Just
against
killing
Repel.
the Brew split.
Yeah.
And
You
he's
can't kill either core. Now they're dead. The clock will live, but there's just no damage.
He does have heal on Rubik, and they're gonna turn it on the Void.
Oh, the stun misses. They might have been able to kill the Void, but they missed all their spells.
He still has Chrono up too.
Yeah. Thing is, they have so much sustain as well. Like the Void can just chill. They'll be full health soon. Really like the
Coil onto the
play.
AA. Where's the follow-up? They lay down the sentry.
Doesn't run out of coil. Well played.
Here comes
Chrono on both. Look at Ramsey's like not walking into the Chronosphere. His awareness is so strong. Kid's like 15. He's already twice the player BSJ is.
Come on, man. We got to turn it on Kyle now.
I already fired my shot like a minute ago. I don't think you heard it.
Is this Sam's turn? I think it's Sam's turn.
What, the Kyle?
That's typical BSJ.
Yeah, that was a
fire.
No,
response.
me and Kyle have a truce here. We're not playing each
BSJ
other.
fires one shot and he's out of commission for a week.
Are we still talking about Dota?
Oh.
What did you think I was talking about?
I couldn't imagine. I
Okay,
don't
so
think I've ever done that.
top tower.
Top tower.
We should talk about the top tower.
I don't want to.
Racks are being beaten on right now.
I don't think they have a counterplay. No Burial, no puck wheel.
Yeah. This is really rough now. They can't kill Gyro.
Nope. The problem is they can't. It's just this tri-core that you can't kill.
Yes.
That's what it feels like the story of the games come down
We
to.
said they'd lack damage too, and then none of them built like
Yeah.
items to supplement that problem.
That's the problem, though. They can't, because if they do that, then they
They
just
die.
get out team fought, and it's just so hard.
Yeah.
Well, like in
Tiny
these
chunk
kind of hard games, wouldn't you rather build like the Radiance and like hope it works out than like a BKB knowing you're not gonna have enough damage?
They killed Gyro. They actually,
did.
that was very nice cogs.
They have megas though.
They have
guys?
megas.
No, I think the mid lane is still there.
I think the mid lane's still there.
I mean,
Calm your horses, guys.
I can see into the future, guys. They
This
get
is step
megas.
1 of 8, right? That's what we said.
Yeah.
Or did it go up to like 10 after
Went to,
another
like,
lane?
They got
15.
one. They got
They
one
went up to
kill.
15.
Guys, they
Okay,
got
so-
one kill.
You're telling me, Bulba, if they have to win 15 fights to win this game?
I think that if VP literally ran down mid with every hero 3 times,
yeah.
they would still win the game.
I mean, they're trying to kite this tiny right now. It's somewhat successful as Void. Jimmy's doing some stuff right now.
He's the bait.
I
Dude,
mean,
Jimmy just debated him too. Look at this.
Venta's dead,
Who
though.
was baited? you think? Oh.
I just want to kill Jimito.
I would too. They got him.
Oh my god.
Oh, he missed an opportunity. That was a toss in the
You can't
fountain.
be Shay. You lost the calls to Blue Pikachu, man.
I did.
You lost to Whiskey?
That was like that was amidst before like 3 kids got booted.
Dude, A is just
So,
Raxing.
you know,
I saw
A
the
just
the
killed
base.
Mid-Rax.
A just killed Midrax.
Well, Void helped, but I want to say it was AA.
yeah, that definitely is.
Oh no.
5
Everyone's
positions
buying
drained.
back right now. Some all chat coming in.
Demon with the enthusiastic GG. Really pumped after that best of 3 series or 3-game series.
And now, Sacred join. Complexity is the other team to lose today.
What?
I'm not even making a shot. I'm just saying the facts here.
And Bulba,
He is. Bulba's trying to
You know,
I'm
inform
not,
the
dude.
audience.
I'm
Bulba-
informing the audience.
so far,
You're not out of the tournament.
In case you haven't been following, Bulba is letting you
Team
know.
Just
Shorts-
making sure.
Team Shorts currently
Kyle
undefeated.
did lose today.
It's true.
how do you lose if one does not participate?
That's been my game plan since the beginning. If I
It's
want,
been working.
Yeah, if
And
I-
it was Kyle's game plan
yeah,
all of last
yeah,
year.
I mean, that's what I asked. Was
It
it,
was
his
Kyle's
game
game-
plan to lose? It's been my game plan to not participate.
no,
not
it was
follow
Kyle's game plan not to participate all of last
Dude,
year, right?
all I'm saying is
Oh.
LeBron's lost 5 NBA Finals. I've
Yeah.
never lost one.
Oh, there you go.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Take
true.
from that what you will.
That one's a thinker right there.
Anyways, resounding victory by VP.
Yes.
3-0. Leave no doubt who is right now the better team. Of course, Sacred. They will still have opportunities to prove themselves as
Ramsey's actually just like amazing. I
Yeah, he's a
swear.
goon.
That kid is just.
He's a prodigy.
He just like gives no
Protege.
fucks.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the secrets to Dota, and part of the reason I like, I think TI5 Sumel, or TI5 Sumel?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's TF5.
was one of the
yeah.
best examples of that, because you could tell, like, kid was just playing with so much confidence that
Yeah.
he just literally was like, you know, pick me this hero, and he will just win.
Is that your weakness? You care too much?
Yes.
Yeah. After that speech I got at the beginning of the second game. Or, yeah,
Yeah.
for second game.
It's okay to care, Kyle.
I know.
We appreciate it.
I think there's not enough caring in the world.
Yeah.
This was the most awkward thing I've ever done
What?
in Dota. Like this.
This was
That
a
was
fun
awkward?
cast.
This
what
was,
was
though.
awkward about it?
I enjoyed it.
What's awkward? Let's.
It was good.
What's
Yeah,
awkward?
loosen them up a little bit,
Some
man. Loosen-
Christmas
good.
love here.
Yeah,
I'm not
loosen them
awkward
up.
with this.
Loosen them up.
Let's
You
watch
know?
a Christmas movie later.
Sure.
Any
Sounds good.
suggestions?
I watch It's a Wonderful Life. Yeah, It's a Wonderful Life every Christmas Eve.
I watch
I'm not
this
ashamed
It's
to
a
say.
wonderful.
I watch
I'm not
Love
ashamed to
Actually
say,
every year.
I tear up at the end like nearly every time.
Yeah.
We
What
should watch
movie
it
is
together
that?
sometime.
What about The Grinch?
What movie is that?
It's my movie.
No, the
George, goes back. Charles, the angel comes down.
Isn't
Black
that
and white.
isn't that what is that thing? Mr. What is that? The dude who's like rich or something, and he gets visited by the Christmas ghost.
No, dude, that's Scrooge.
What are you talking
That's a
about?
Christmas Carol.
It's a
Written by
Christmas Carol,
Charles
man.
Dickens, if I'm not mistaken.
I haven't seen like half of these.
You haven't seen A
things.
Christmas Carol? Are you serious?
Yeah.
It's the three ghosts. Ghosts of Christmas Past.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about, but I'm trying to figure out which one he's talking
Which
about.
one is he? Is he talking about the BB gun one?
What
Are you guys
BB gun
fucking
one?
with me right
The
now?
BB gun.
How have you never seen It's a Wonderful Life?
I've never seen that movie.
I
I'm
don't-
not
It's
white.
on creep.
I'm
It's
not
on Christmas
white.
Eve every day.
I've not. I've only seen Christmas movies at like school. I've never seen them at home.
All right. Well, you guys are missing out, and viewers at home, if you haven't seen it, it's
Is
a great
Home
movie.
Alone a
Celebrate,
Christmas
like,
movie?
Kwanzaa?
It was during
Home Alone
Christmas.
counts. I
Home
think.
Yeah, Home Alone's a Christmas movie, kind of.
Yeah.
It's a Wonderful Life is on a whole nother tier, but
I think we should just keep the cameras. I'm very comfortable with where I am in life right now.
yeah.
We break it.
God, that's
Nah,
the
I don't think
advantage
we
of
should break.
the
Don't break,
pants.
Rob.
The pants. I gotta
Yeah,
touch
with
BH's leg. It's hairy.
Oh,
All right, break.
You guys
That's-
don't- you guys
called
don't shave your
mans-
legs?
no.
You
Am
guys
I supposed to
shave
shave my
your legs? I
legs?
thought you shaved your legs, BSJ.
Am I the type of guy
You
that
just
looks
have
like
like one of
I shave
those
my legs?
swimmers' bodies.
I do.
I feel like you'd be more
I am a lean,
aerodynamic.
mean. Yeah, I am. I gotta hold myself back somehow, you know.
Girls promo code BSJ.
Yep.
Also, I think you're on Tinder.
Yes, I am. Look me up.
Cool. I might.
Are you really?
Of course, I'm on Tinder. I'm a single male.
Do you?
Is it Grinders the other one?
Bulba's like, yeah, it is.
I'm on that one.
He's on that one.
I'm gonna think. Hey, you can't just learn to skateboard anymore. Sometimes you really wanna just like see some instructional videos, kind of learn
You
how
know-
to,
you know
how to
what's-
ride the rails, and you just
Yeah.
check out Grinder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, like the last summit, I think it was in.
Are you gonna tell the story of when you wrote the haiku?
Yeah, Grace. Grace and Shannon, BTS staff, amazing people.
Awesome. Shout
Last
awesome.
summit,
yes.
last summit before Christmas. I think before TI was the last summit. They made my Tinder profile.
Oh,
Okay.
They made one. I didn't want it. They forced it on me.
Of course, you
They
never
forced it on me.
wanted that.
So they made my profile, and then we, surprisingly, an hour later, actually not surprisingly, I got a match.
Okay.
Okay.
And it said write a haiku. So myself, I wrote a haiku. I did not get a response, and
It wasn't a very good haiku,
What
though.
was the haiku?
It was just a beautiful haiku.
Well, what was it?
well,
I really
I
wanted
needed
to
an
say.
idea. So
In the
like,
archives.
she had like one picture on it. It was her with like a bunch of dogs, and then I wrote the haiku about the dogs. Like, there's like a website online called 575, which like I think that's like the haiku format. Is it
syllables.
757 or
Yes,
575?
syllables, yeah.
So I just like it was kind of like a cheat, And I wrote it like
That's
so-
probably
soft,
why.
soft and furry, something like that. Warm and deep, something like I don't know what else. Maybe not the deep part, but and then like dogs everywhere, and that was the haiku. And then I deleted the app after I didn't get a response.
At least the cats were, or at least it weren't cats instead of dogs. That could, the warm and deep and the cats, that could have been.
EG King went after the break. Goodbye.
I'm just saying the story, guys.
Goodbye. Deuces.